Hey guys, it's Miss Price. I'm here to look at Act Two, Scenes One and Two, in A Midsummer Night's Dream by Shakespeare. Okay. This is right here is just a summary. I'm going to go ahead and read it. We have three characters so far: Titania, um, Oberon, and Puck. Oberon and Titania, the king and queen of the fairies, are in the woods having a huge argument over the custody of a little Indian boy. Their fight is so bad that it is causing incredible chaos in the fairy kingdom, and the only way to fix it is for them to stop arguing. But Oberon wants to punish Titania. He tells his assistant Puck, who was also called Robin Goodfellow, to go fetch a rare flower, the juice of which, when dropped into someone's eyes, makes that person fall in love with the first thing that he or she sees. He plans on using it on Titania because she refuses to give him that Indian boy. And so on this night, the king and queen of the fairies meet in a meadow near the woods. So Oberon, um, ill met by moonlight, proud Titania. Titania, what jealous Oberon? Oberon, am not I thy lord? Okay. And Titania, then I must be thy lady. Oberon, why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be thy henchman. Titania, set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. Oberon, give me that boy, and I will go with thee. Titania, not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away. So Titania and her fairies exit. Okay, so here, boys and girls, we have um, scene one, act two, scene one. And again, we have Titania, Oberon, and Puck. And I'm going to have you all just kind of quietly read it to yourselves. Well, you don't have to do it quietly. You can read it out loud if you would, choose to. And just pause as you go along if you need to. I'm going to go on. Okay. Okay, and here's uh, summary of Act One, scene, the second part of Scene One. Here we have a fairy and Puck. It says now we turn our attention to Puck, as he is sometimes called, Robin Goodfellow. He plays jokes for Oberon and makes him smile. Puck loves to create mischief. Here are just a few of his mean tricks. Sometimes he goes into a dairy and steals the tasty cream from the milk. Sometimes he interferes with the maid making butter so that no matter how hard she turns, she gets no butter. Other times he makes people's beer go flat and lose its taste, takes away a stool when someone is about to sit down, or spills hot ale on the necks of old ladies when they are about to have a drink. During the argument between Oberon and Titania, this merry wanderer of the night has been watching from the side. After Titania leaves, Oberon calls Puck forward and gives him a mischievous order. He tells him to go to a faraway place where they once saw a purple pansy with magical powers. It is a special flower that unmarried women call love in idleness because if you squeeze the juice into someone's eyes while they are sleeping, they fall madly in love with the first live creature that they see. He plans to put the juice of that flower in Titania's eyes so that when she wakes, she will love the first thing she sees. He hopes it will be some animal like a lion, a bear, a wolf, a monkey, a bull, or an ape. Puck says he will fetch it and return in 40 minutes. So let's see if he actually really returns in 40 minutes. Okay. Now, I do want to mention this, guys, real quick, that you're going to have, there is a word in here. Now, it is the word that does mean donkey, but it is used the other way. And I ask that you not take it the way that, you know, it might seem, because it is used in the form of a donkey. And you'll know as we go along, okay, guys? All right, so here I want you to read scene one, or excuse me, act two, scene one, B. And just feel free to pause, each page if needed. I'm just gonna keep on going on, okay, guys? Okay. Now here's where we add some characters. This is a summary chapter, or excuse me, Act Two, Scene Two. We have Oberon and Puck, and then we have Helena, Demetrius, and Lysander. And this is where it gets super good. It says, while Puck is fetching the flower, Demetrius enters looking for Hermia, but he is followed by Helena, who is in love with him. Oberon sees them and makes himself invisible. Demetrius insists that he doesn't love Helena, but she says that his refusal only makes her love him more. She even tells him that he can treat her like she is a dog. After a long argument, Demetrius leaves, followed by Helena. Puck returns with the flower, and Oberon tells him that he will use it on Titania. But he tells Puck to take some of it and seek out the young Athenians and squeeze the love juice into the young man's eyes so that he will fall in love with the woman. Meanwhile, Hermia and Lysander have been wandering through the woods, heading to Lysander's aunt's house. Remember, this was in Act 1, guys. Okay, because they were going to go off and elope. They are exhausted and have lost their ways, so they decide to take a nap. When they fall asleep, Puck shows up, and thinking that these are the Athenians that Oberon told him about, he puts the juice into Lysander's eyes. When Lysander wakes up, the first person he sees is Helena, and he instantly falls in love with her. He leaves Hermia asleep and follows Helena farther into the woods. Hermia awakens and is frightened when she realizes that Lysander has left her alone. She heads off to find him. Now, if you remember from the first act, guys, is that Lysander and Hermia were going to go off and be married. They were going to go off and elope, because Demetrius, um, actually, Helena, um, loved Demetrius. Well, now, because he had the love potion on it put on his eyes, and so when he woke up, he saw Helena, and so now he is in love with Helena and not Hermia, but she is in love with Demetrius. So let's see what happens in Act Two, Scene Two. Again, I'm gonna just keep going, but you're more than welcome to pause it. Okay, um, go ahead. And right here is where we'll stop, certainly with our reading. We'll do this tomorrow, Act 3, Scenes 1 and 2. And actually, in Act 3 is where we'll actually find this word right here. If you see it, it actually means donkey, and that's the way it is used in, um, you know, in this, and then also in the dictionary, you'll see um, that it means donkey. Okay. All right. Now, what I would like for you all to do in the workbook, and I will put it on here for you, is I would like for you to work on in the workbook. Um, let's see. I just had it. Hold on, guys. Um, well, okay. Um, so pages 36 and 37. 36 and 37 in your workbook. And that is just a character organizer like we did before. But in this time, it's only with Oberon and Titania. And so it's not quite as long. It says, what does each character want? What is preventing each character from getting it? And then what will the character do to try to get what he or she wants? And then adjectives that describe each of the characters. It's the same as before, but there's just the two characters, okay? Um, Now remember, Oberon and Titania were fighting over the little boy, so um, certainly you can go from there. But Oberon is certainly a little he's a little cruel because he has this plan for Puck, to go and find the flower to use on Titania. So anyway, but um, very good. So that's all I have today. Again, we'll start with Act 3 tomorrow, and feel free to pause as you read, guys. Okay, don't feel like you have to just go as fast as you can. Just keep, pause if you need to, and then go back if you need to answer the questions in the book. See you tomorrow. Bye.